Kaido beats Krillin?
I fully,
hands down.
wholeheartedly believe Kaido beats Krillin.
Does Kaido even beat Yamcha? Does Kaido even beat Chaozu? I don't think he beats Chaozu, bro. Worst anime hot takes of all time, 2 by Olama-sama.
Okay, that's fine.
Like Kaido would, this is gonna be crazy.
Wait, what?
Would give Goku a run for his money. Would give Goku a run for his money.
That man said Kaido would give Goku a run for his money. And he was dead ass. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, that's a prime example of some opinions are bad opinions.
Okay, so it's been a while since the last hot takes video, and since that video, I've seen more and more egregious takes. The chatting has reached new levels and people are actively spreading misinformation on purpose, but I've slowly been gathering these takes. So today, we're gonna go through some of the worst takes I could find, and here's a shocker. Most of them are either from TikTok or Twitter. This means we're gonna be losing a lot of brain cells today. Also, no major spoilers, and no hate to any of these creators.
One Piece scales to other animes better than most people think. Like Kaido would, this is gonna be crazy. Would give Goku a run for his money.
I can't even begin to
Bro, how the hell would that possibly work? What brain cells in his brain coordinated in such a way that will allow him to say some dumb shit like that? I don't even make no logical sense, nigga.
comprehend or break down where this take falls apart. Keep in mind, this guy is saying that Kaido can hang with Goku. I'ma keep it a buck. Kaido can probably only hang with Kid Goku max. Some of y'all One Piece fans saw him hold an island while fighting some people and thought, wow, this guy's strong. I guess he can fight Goku now. I promise you, if these guys fought, Goku is turning Kaido inside out. The only reason I can think of someone saying something like this is because they are either extremely delusional or they just never watched Dragon Ball. I don't think y'all understand how ridiculous power scaling in Dragon Ball can get. Vegeta blew up an entire planet with one hand, and this was in the first arc of Z. And in case you didn't know, no one in One Piece has ever blown up a planet. Do some of y'all actually think that Haki surpasses everything? What's Kaido gonna do? Blast Breath? Thunder Bagua? Not to mention the fact that if you believe Kaido can hang with Goku, or quote unquote give him a run for his money, then that means Shanks, Akainu, Mihawk, Whitebeard, etc. can also hang with Goku. And I dare you guys in the comments to explain to me how on God's green earth Shanks is touching Goku.
Hell nah, bro. Nigga tweaking. Shanks is not touching Goku. Kaido is barely even touching Shanks, nigga. Like, are we serious?
Shanks is a hot.
Bro, Kaido isn't even the strongest person in his verse. And they think that he's hanging with Goku. They think because nigga's 22 feet tall and he's Aki as hell and he's alcoholic and he can hang with niggas. He can't hang with niggas. He can't even hang no more. He's dead.
Man.
Like, you were doing so fine with the first sentence, but then you decided to bring up Goku out of all names. But judging by the fact that he's cosplaying as Smoker, he probably enjoys One Piece quite a bit. And if someone told me that this was his first ever anime, that'd check out. When you watch something like One Piece or Naruto as your gateway into everything, you'll probably be a bit biased and have these delusional takes. I promise you guys, I am not a One Piece hater.
No, not gonna lie, it's not an excuse, bro. I don't care about none of that shit, bro. That nigga stupid. That nigga stupid, nigga.
So don't worry, I can help.
Because I know you're mentally ill, which is why one day I'm going to open up a hospital for mentally ill.
Next take.
What is a character that you would put on Fraud Watch?
Goku. I think Goku is the biggest fraud.
He said Goku's on Fraud Watch. Yo, someone smack him. Someone in chat smack him, bro. What could Goku have possibly done to be a fraud?
Talk to him.
Time, bro.
Talk to him.
Not one move he got is his.
Wait, another Goku take? Hold on, what's the name of the podcast? Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That
Tell
One
me, One
Piece
Piece
Talk
fans,
podcast.
do these guys speak for you? Is this what represents all of you guys? Like, I feel like if it's
No, it's not, bro. It does not represent us, bro.
a street interview or a podcast, everyone's brain cells start leaving. I know y'all want the TikTok clip, but dang, this is just chatting at its finest. Y'all just be calling anybody a fraud nowadays. Like, do y'all even know what it means? Google says a fraud is a person or thing intended to deceive others, typically by unjustifiably claiming or being credited with accomplishments or qualities. And because Goku has other techniques that are not original, he is supposedly a fraud. Did Goku go around parading around saying, I'll use the Kamehameha that I created myself? I guess you can call him a thief, but even then, Goku has had some of the most creative and original use of some of these moves. Like, he used the feet Kamehameha or stacking the Kamehameha with the Kaioken. I didn't see Roshi having red aura when he was firing off his blast. Then later in the clip, he's talking about a Saiyan Zenkai boost also makes them fraudulent. Like, huh? They're laughing in the clip because they know they're just talking just to talk. We are now calling Goku a fraud because of his own biology. Yes, Bardock and Gine, you guys are the reason why your son is now a fraud because you happen to be be monkeys. Like, are we gonna say it's Naruto's fault for
having to be monkeys is crazy. You ain't have to use a slur gang, although I'm using it. You don't have to use a slur gang.
Uzumaki genes to help with chakra? And plus, Zenkai boosts were fairly irrelevant after the Namek saga because the boost is only so great. Like, after we saw Super Saiyans giving people 50 times power boost, a Zenkai boost wasn't gonna be doing that much compared to the Super Saiyan buff. Using the word fraud can be funny, but some of y'all just be using it for everything. Y'all wanna talk about frauds? Talk about Shinji from Bleach. He may be my favorite character, but bro doesn't really do much fighting wise. Next thing y'all gonna say is like Gojo's a fraud or something.
But low-key, bro, you would think Shinji would move so elite, so tough, because his Bankai or his Shikai or both messes with your senses, so he'd be moving like Aizen a little bit. He takes no W's, bro. He's just Bleach Vegeta. Even Uryu takes W's. Shinji takes no W's, bro. Are we serious?
Anyways, what's the next take?
Oh wait, but you think Kaido beats Krillin?
I fully,
hands down.
wholeheartedly believe Kaido beats Krillin.
I'm going to open up a hospital.
I already put these guys in the video twice. As y'all can clear,
Bro. Does Kaido even beat Yamcha? Does Kaido even beat Chaozu? I don't think he beats Chaozu, bro. There's not a single One Piece character who beats anybody in the Z Fighters. Matter of fact, I don't think anybody's beating Mercenary Tao. And One Piece is my favorite anime, so I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? There's not a single One Piece character who even touches Mercenary Tao. There's not a single One Piece character who can throw a pillar across the world, jump, land on the pillar, and then go across the world like that. So that shit is
clearly
crazy.
see, not everyone needs a podcast. And if you are not well versed in a certain series, don't speak on it, because this doesn't make sense whatsoever. Like, this devolves to something very simple. Krillin can blow up the planet hundreds of times over, and Kaido cannot. Krillin is faster than Kaido. Barring Logias, Krillin is soloing all of One Piece with ease.
Miles, you said Gojo is a fraud amongst top tiers.
Toji mopped them.
Y'all, I think we officially lost it. Gojo, along with Sukuna, is the actual pinnacle of power in Jujutsu Kaisen. Literally, no one can touch these guys. They made a special grade curse of Kaisen.
Tiers.
Toji
Said Gojo is a fraud amongst top tiers.
Toji
Gojo's a fraud amongst top tiers. Bro, I feel like some niggas just say things for like clip farming purposes, because there's no way you watch JJK and like genuinely come up with that conclusion and you're not either like not there in the head or you're trolling.
mopped them.
Y'all, I think we officially lost it. Gojo, along with Sukuna, is the actual pinnacle of power in Jujutsu Kaisen. Literally, no one can touch these guys. They made a special grade curse like Jogo, who was able to speed blitz 3 injured sorcerers, look like a child. Jogo couldn't land a single hit on these guys, and they're constantly mocking him during their fights. But since Toji defeated him, he's a fraud. Fortunately for my sanity, the other guy in the clip mentioned all the things that Toji needed to do to defeat him. Asides Batman, this man Toji is one of the kings of prep time. Like, anyone will say Toji with prep time can do this and that, and then they start glazing like crazy. Toji had to first wear down Gojo for like 3 days straight, have him get little to no sleep, and have him activate his technique at all times. Then he had to take down the bounty on Rico just to lower Gojo's guard down so he can turn off his infinity. But even then, Gojo shook.
Oh yeah, he did do all that just to be Gojo. And niggas think Gojo's a fraud because he almost died. Like, and then he came back and like one-tapped him. Like, are we serious?
Off and was still untouchable. Then
that was before Gojo was even in his prime. He was like, what, 19, 18 here? Like, come on, son.
Toji had to trick him again into thinking he would go to Merc Rico and finally use the weapon that Gojo didn't even know existed, which would turn off his infinity. If your opponent has to go through all of that to try and off you, you can't be a fraud. Toji didn't even succeed completely, and once Gojo came back, he started speed blitzing Toji. One red nearly broke this man's back, and some of y'all want to call him a fraud for this. Like, I'm not blaming Toji. He knew what he was up against was actually insane, so he took his proper measures. But you can't tell me that a teenager is fraudulent because he got snuck by some middle-aged guy with weapons he ain't even know existed. Next tape. Y'all know what this is already. If you're new and you like what you're seeing, might as well subscribe. I'm gonna be pushing out videos like this throughout 2024. Anyways, back to the video. Okay,
and
so
then all that and Gojo still won. Are people serious?
This one says that these 3 anime carry 2023, and it shows JJK, One Piece, and Attack on Titan. Now, I know the title said that these were the worst takes of all time, but this one isn't too crazy. Besides one thing, One Piece is definitely gonna be in here because they had the peak of the Wano arc animated this year, and JJK carried the last half of the year with Hidden Inventory and the Shibuya Incident arc, so these two are understandable. I draw the line with Attack on Titan being here. I understand that if it's something that you personally like a lot, you may value it more and it could have carried your year more, but AOT dropped 2 separate hour-long specials this year, and that's it. It's not like the other years where they were dropping in a seasonal anime format. Nah, they just dropped 1 episode in March that served as a lot of build-up and an amazing finale episode. Now, that's fine and all, but those 2 are not enough to carry an entire year in my opinion, especially if one came out in like November. So what are the other options? Some guy in the comments said My Hero and Blue Lock and got ratioed, because we gotta be serious here. My Hero and Blue Lock were good, but I think something like Bleach 1000 Year with Blood War Part 2 carried a lot of the summer for shonen anime, but there were a lot of bangers last year, so this one isn't too crazy. The last thing I want to tackle is a meta that is incomprehensible: TikTok lives, and not the AI junk either.
Hey, thanks for the gummies. Hey,
What you said? These guys are the ultimate form of yapping and nonsensical arguments. Essentially, someone will put some bait topic as the background and people.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing these since 2021. On TikTok Live, they be having the worst take niggas ever heard a day in their life. You wouldn't even think takes could get this bad until they get that bad, and then they get that bad, and you're wondering, nigga, how? I think they did as be just rage baiting on there, bro. If you love rage baiting to the core and just saying shit, bro, TikTok Live is your best friend, bro. They love doing that shit over there. They will welcome you with open arms.
Will join in to argue. Now, I call it a bait topic because there is no way some of these things are real. Like Sakura Slam Cell. Didn't this guy?
Yeah, like that's trolling. Like you know that's trolling, bro. That's just obvious.
Slam Cell. Didn't this guy threaten to blow up the solar system with the Kamehameha? The craziest thing is some people actually try to argue these topics with all of their heart. Now, I don't know if it's just because people like to argue and like chaos, but this one is the prime example of nonsense. They asking about Gear 5 Luffy versus, and I guess this is low-key a spoiler, Black Frieza. And some people are gonna say Luffy wins because of Toon Force or something. Like, this is so mind-boggling for me. Doesn't Black Frieza use a death beam and murk Luffy? Or heck, doesn't he even blow up the planet? Like, someone said that they hopped on one of these lives and they beat the Luffy winning argument by asking whether Shanks beats Frieza. Another one is this Ace versus Madara live. Ace slams? Spoilers here, but we're saying that the guy who got baked by Lava Boy is slamming Madara with the 10 tails. Bro, I hope y'all are getting bags or having a lot of fun, because if you're losing sleep because you lost a debate in one of these lives, bro, take a break from the internet, man. Well, that's that for this hot take video. Thank y'all so much for watching this video, and extra thanks if you made it this far. This was the first video of the new year, and there'll be many to come. Also, thank you guys so much for all the support for last year. I can't thank y'all enough for the things you did for me and the channel. I hope to continue the same momentum in 2024. With that being said, have a great day. Peace out.
This was 2023. Oh.